what's moving online right now? Head over to Qnotables.com. It's a centralized index of notable clips, headlines, and references being shared across the community, organized for quick browsing. Use it to spot patterns, pull links, and build your own research list. Qnotables.com. Browse the notables, verify the facts, stay informed. All reports can be found on Q Research or Qnotables.com. Notables do not equal endorsements. We are researchers who deal in open source information, reasoned argument, and dank memes. We do battle in the sphere of ideas and ideas only. We neither need nor condone the use of force in our work here.
From the Q Research Board's April 11, 2026. President Trump says Vice President JD Vance has his full backing heading into high-stakes peace talks with Iran, while declaring the Strait of Hormuz will open again soon. At the same time, the United States is sending additional forces into the Middle East, including aircraft, ships, troops, and Marines, as Washington keeps military pressure in place while diplomacy moves forward. The White House is again pushing a hardline immigration message as President Trump's allies frame illegal immigration as a threat to public order, national identity, and economic stability. That message is landing alongside broader administration efforts to define the border and migration fight as a central front in the national political battle. The Trump administration has formally unveiled plans for a massive triumphal arch in Washington, tied to the nation's 250th anniversary. The proposed monument would rise roughly 250 feet and now heads into federal design review as the White House pitches it as a major patriotic landmark. President Trump also congratulated the Artemis II crew after NASA's historic lunar mission ended with a successful Pacific splashdown. The 4 astronauts returned safely after the first crewed trip around the moon in more than 50 years, marking a major milestone for the Artemis program and future lunar missions. Pressure is building on Congressman Eric Swalwell's campaign for California governor after sexual assault allegations triggered calls from leading Democrats for him to end his run. Swalwell has denied the allegations, but the controversy is rapidly reshaping the race and putting his political future under intense pressure. A federal court fight over records tied to Seth Rich is back in focus after new filings pressed the FBI over material from Rich's work laptop. The case is drawing renewed attention because it centers on whether more records must be released, reviving public interest in one of the most disputed political murder cases of the last decade. The documentary ShadowGate is circulating again online, reviving claims about covert influence operations and information warfare. The film first surged in 2020 and is now re-entering the political conversation as online audiences revisit questions about censorship, psychological operations, and control of the information space. Northern Israel remains under fire as Hezbollah and Israeli forces continue trading attacks ahead of new diplomatic efforts. U.S. intelligence assessments say Iran still retains a major missile arsenal despite recent strikes, leaving a significant threat in place across the region.
At shop.isawaya.com, everything you buy supports Acun.top, the place where people talk freely no matter what. Check out our Acun Honey Pot, a jar of yummy honey that's as strong as your voice. Put it on toaster and tea. It's not just honey, it's freedom in every bite. Then there's Acun Butter, a smooth handmade skin cream that makes you feel good while you fight for what's right. Awesome wooden pieces for display only. Hang them up or set them out. They're for showing off Acun's tough spirit. Want to help even more? Get a proto membership. So go to shop.isawaya.com now and grab some goodies. Help Acun.top keep free speech alive, and let's keep the ideas flowing loud and free.
All reports can be found on Q Research or Qnotables.com. Notables do not equal endorsements. We are researchers who deal in open source information, reasoned argument, and dank memes. We do battle in the sphere of ideas and ideas only. We neither need nor condone the use of force in our work here.
From the Q Research Board's April 11, 2026. an Iranian delegation has arrived in Islamabad for potential talks with the United States as Pakistan tries to mediate the next phase of the crisis. The discussions are unfolding under tight security, with both sides still divided over sanctions, preconditions, and the future of the Strait of Hormuz. There are growing claims that dissidents inside Iran were unable to speak openly because regime violence, mass arrests, and lethal crackdowns suppressed visible opposition. That reality is shaping the information war around the conflict, with exiled voices and outside observers arguing that public silence inside the country should not be mistaken for public consent. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is calling on Britain to rejoin the European Union if the United States pulls back from NATO. The appeal reflects rising concern in Europe over long-term security planning and the need for stronger coordination against Russia. Spain is pushing for the European Union to suspend its trade agreement with Israel, while Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has moved to exclude Spain from a Gaza ceasefire coordination hub. The dispute marks another break inside Europe as divisions over the war continue to deepen. Claims that media outlets fabricated reports of President Trump threatening the Pope do not match the dispute now in public view. Pope Leo directly condemned Trump's threat against Iran as unacceptable, locking the Vatican and the White House into a visible public clash over war and diplomacy. A suspect is in custody after police say a Molotov cocktail was thrown at the San Francisco home of OpenAI chief Sam Altman. Authorities say no one was hurt, but the same suspect was later accused of making threats against OpenAI headquarters, raising new concern over escalating hostility toward major AI figures. A U.S. defense firm has unveiled an interceptor drone called SECT-R that uses AI-driven acoustic targeting to detect and engage aerial threats by sound. The system is being pitched as a rapid response answer to the growing battlefield danger posed by low-cost attack drones. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell have warned top Wall Street leaders about cybersecurity risks tied to Anthropic's new AI model. Officials are concerned that advanced capabilities for identifying and exploiting software vulnerabilities could create serious risks for banks and critical infrastructure. The closing picture tonight is one of widening pressure across the board. Middle East diplomacy backed by military force, Europe facing new strain over Russia and Israel, AI moving deeper into both national defense and cyber risk, and Washington pushing monumental symbolism at home while political and legal battles continue to intensify.
Every voice matters. The power of free speech is more important than ever. Imagine a place where you can share your thoughts freely, explore new ideas, and engage in meaningful conversations anonymously. With online anonymity, you can express yourself without fear of judgment. It's about freedom, creativity, and connection. Join the conversation that matters. Embrace your voice. Celebrate your freedom. Visit 8kun.top today. That's 8kun.top.
That's all for now. Stay alert, stay informed, and never hand your thinking over to anyone on a screen, including me. God bless you, God bless our troops, and God bless the United States of America. See you soon.